Swaddy Camp from Thailand. I've just published my latest book, The Golden Years, Retired in Thailand and Living the Dream. I first came to Thailand in January 1983 when the cruise ship I was working on sailed into Phuket harbour early one morning just as the sun was rising over the Andaman Sea. Within a few days of the ship tying up, I started to dream about one day living in Thailand. In those days, Thailand's tourism industry was in its infancy and far removed from the Thailand that I live in today. Since 1983, I visited Thailand many times for holidays, but it took me 34 more years to get my wish to live here when in 2017 I decided to retire to Thailand. But it wasn't always an easy transition, as I made many costly and time-consuming mistakes, because when I arrived I didn't have a book like this one to guide me through the difficult procedures and protocols of retiring here in Thailand. This book will give you all the information you'll need to make the transition from the life you have in your old country to living your golden years in peace and harmony in Thailand without making the many costly and time-consuming mistakes that I made when I retired to the land of smiles. Since I retired to Thailand in 2017, so much has changed, not just in Thailand but globally, mainly due to the COVID-19 pandemic that affected economies and tourism industries worldwide, including Thailand. Back in 2017, when I first arrived, the Thai economy and tourism were thriving, with 38 million overseas visitors arriving that year. The 8 years I've lived here have been exciting and rewarding, and I know that I made the right decision when I chose Thailand over some of the other countries I was considering for retirement. The main reason I decided on Thailand was the country ticked most of the boxes for the lifestyle I was looking for, so I could have a good, fulfilling life in my retirement. And those tick boxes were a low cost of living, the availability of a dedicated retirement visa, affordable healthcare, a tropical climate, low crime statistics, affordable leisure activities, a diverse culture, friendly, welcoming locals, a thriving expat community in many areas, and the diverse beauty of the country. When I arrived in Thailand, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. But 8 years later, I'm now living the dream life in Thailand. Many people from my generation of boomers say that 60 is the new 40. And in many cases, it's true. I certainly don't feel or look as old in my 70s as my parents did in their 70s. And I'm enjoying my life as much now as I did when I was a younger man, which is something my parents could never say. Retiring in Thailand has given me a new lease of life, and I'm more energetic and active now than before I came to live here 8 years ago. Many people put off making big decisions like moving to a new country as they're set in their ways and they're worried they may make the wrong decision. But life's for living, and it doesn't stop when you reach retirement age. In fact, it gets better, as you now have the time to do the things that you never had time to do before, due to work and family commitments. Some people hate retirement after 50 years of working most days of their lives. Many find it hard to adjust to having so much time on their hands. Personally, I love being retired. My one regret is that I didn't have the money or the foresight to retire when I was younger. As George Bernard Shaw once famously said, youth is wasted on the young. But I think that for many retirees, retirement is wasted on the old. They suddenly have all of this time and sometimes have more money than they can spend in their lifetime and have no idea what to do with it. They end up going about their lives as they've always done, living in the same town, going to the same pub or club, staying at home, watching endless reality programs on the TV, basically watching other people living their lives instead of living their own lives to the fullest. Remember, you can always get more money, but you can't get more time, and the clock's ticking. For me, retirement was an opportunity to do all of the things that I never had time to do when I was busy working and raising a family. Anyway, is 60 the new 40? There's a growing belief among biologists that 60 is the new 40, thanks to many of us enjoying longer and healthier lives than our parents and grandparents did. While I can't confirm that 60 is the new 40, I do think that if you've lived in a country with a clean, healthy environment, a modern healthcare system, good standards of housing and access to healthy food and clean water, then 60 might well be the new 40. Additionally, having great weather can be a wonderful bonus to longevity if you're lucky enough to have lived in a warm country. But in contrast, third world countries like Sudan, Bangladesh and Ethiopia, it seems unlikely that 60 would be considered to be the new 40 in those countries. In fact, it's probably the other way around. Perhaps in those countries, 40 is the new 60. But Thailand isn't a third world country. It's a wonderful country to retire to. But don't just take my word for Thailand being a great retirement option. According to the International Living magazine, which is the go-to magazine for retirees the world over, Thailand is one of the most popular countries for expat retirees to live and always ranks high in its yearly index rating. And there's plenty of reasons why that's so. For pennies in the pound, you get a low cost of living, where your income and pension will stretch much further, a tropical climate, beautiful palm-fringed beaches and islands, friendly smiling people, inexpensive housing, and affordable, high-quality medical care. Thailand is a country where Buddhist monks, golden beaches, palm trees, monkeys, and elephants will become part of your everyday life. This book will guide you through many of the procedures and protocols of establishing yourself in Thailand to live or retire. The book is crammed full of advice on every aspect of making a fresh start in Thailand. Some of the many subjects the book covers are: why choose Thailand as a retirement destination? Why is Thailand so cheap to live in compared to other countries? The importance of planning your new life in Thailand before you leave home. What to bring, what not to bring with you from your old country. What you'll need to do when you first arrive in Thailand to retire. Thailand's rich cultural heritage and traditions. And if Thailand's not for you, what about other retirement countries? And the book goes through other Southeast Asian visa options, such as Cambodia, Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam, and Bali in Indonesia. Other chapters include hospital, dental and medical costs in Thailand, how to buy a property in Thailand, how to buy a car or a motorbike in Thailand, different visas to enter Thailand, the best retirement locations in Thailand, the importance of a hobby and keeping busy and fit in retirement. And many single men come to Thailand when they retire to try to find a special Thai lady to spend the rest of their lives with. And some of them make the mistakes, which cost them a lot of heartache and usually a lot of money. So the book also covers the importance of finding the right person to share your life with. And I know it's not a nice subject, but it's something we'll have to face one day. As Benjamin Franklin famously said in 1798, in this world, nothing can be said to be certain except for death and taxes. So the last chapter in the book is what happens if you die as an expat in Thailand. The book is also filled with helpful tips and ideas, useful websites to help you navigate through the confusion of retiring in Thailand, and some Thai words and phrases to learn before you arrive in Thailand. Because if you can converse even a little in Thai, or as they say here, nit noi Thai, it'll help you to assimilate and make Thailand your home in retirement so much easier. So if you're considering retiring to move into Thailand, this book will be invaluable and it'll guide you through everything you'll need to know about retiring to the land of smiles. So follow the link to the description of this video to the website and take a look around. The books are also available through Amazon, Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Tolino, Baker & Taylor and many other online bookstores. So if you're considering Thailand as your retirement destination, be sure to visit my website for more information and buy a copy of my book, The Golden Years, Retiring in Thailand and Living the Dream, or any other of my books about retiring in Thailand, and discover how you can make Thailand the perfect retirement destination, free from the stress and worries that often accompany such a big move, and avoid the common pitfalls and expensive mistakes that many people face when making the big move to a new country. So thanks a lot for watching, take care, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.